Hi, Kathy here from KathysKuteKreations. Today I am going to make two gnomes, male and female, for my sister and her significant other. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing here on the table. And I started it, but let me explain it to you, okay? Alrighty. Here's my table setup. So the first thing I did is I took my sock. So I took this sock, I put it in this cup. All I did was do this. I put it in the cup, and I folded this over the cup here, and then I put all my polyfill in it. And this is what I'm using. Right here, poly pellets. I've got some more ordered. I wasn't sure I had enough because I'm down to the bottom of my container here. And I'm making this one white because I've got a red sock for the top of it. So this is what I did. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make another one here. Let me lay them up here. So all I'm doing is making it like this. This is how I started out. And then I just took my stuff here. Now, it just so happens that my sister's significant other, Bob, he has a big old long beard. And he's had one the entire time that I've known him. And then we just shove it down in there. I'm going to put a little bit more. I've got about this much in there. I'm going to fill it to the top. And then go like this. And see how big it is. So I want some more. And you can get you a deeper cup if you want. But this sock's pretty good about holding it. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Whoops, as I make a mess on the table. Okay, here we go. There we go. About like that. So I'm going to put them up for size here. So that looks pretty good. And then I took a ribbon. Okay, so first off, I've kept all the sock on here. And I just took a ribbon. Let me put a little bit more in here, I think. I'm just going to hold my sock over there for a little bit. Feel it. There we go. Like that. Oh, now I know I have too much. So I'm putting it in here because I don't want it to go as high as the heel. Okay. There we go. Like that. And then all I did was squished it down. Took some ribbon because I didn't want to use the rubber band. And tied a knot. So I just tied it, held on to it. This is all going to get buried underneath the hat, so it's not like it has to be perfect. Tied it like that, went around the back side as I throw these little things all over. There we go, tied it again and again. Now if you want, you can cut them off, but to me, this is filler for the hat. Because when I put the hat on here, this will all be inside the hat, which will fluff up the hat. Okay, now to make the nose, what I did is I took it and grabbed a little bit, and this is where I did my rubber band. I'm not going to double it over because it's too thick, or went like that, grabbed a nose, get whatever you want, because the poly pellets that I'm using are pretty flexible. So take it, put it around the nose like that. I did it 3 times. On that one, I'm going to do it 4 on here, and there's the nose. And then you can shape the body. Alright? Then, what I did is I took a corner of this. I laid him down like that. Let's pretend this is it. I laid this up against it because I know I want it to cover up in here. So then I thought, well, I'll cut this much out. So that's how I ended up cutting it out. Then I took this piece right as soon as I got it cut, I put it over the trash can and pulled out all the edges of it, okay, because it's going to be separating a little bit. Then while I hold it over the top of it, because I want it to go up like this on the face part, which let me show you the picture that they have in the kit. So here's the kit, and see how the face is right there, up around the nose? So what I'm going to do is, the nose is up here, okay? So what I want to do is I want to cut this section out. So I'm going to take it and flip it upside down, right where my thumb is at. And I can do one of two things. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight down like this. And let's see if I can wrap that around that nose. So that was to me that would be the easiest, to do it just like this. Alrighty? That to me is the easiest way to do it. Now I can decide whether I want to shape this more. And oh goodness, hold on one second. I just knocked over my glue. Just a minute. Okay, Messy Marvin here, cleaning up the mess. And let's go. So we were working on the face. I kind of stuffed this a little bit more just to make him taller, but it's probably the wrong sock to make him any taller. He don't look a little bit taller. But anyway, so I took this and I thought I'd go around his little nose here, and then I could glue it like this. But I want to do a little rounding of the beard. Okay, so I got it correct by cutting that. So all I'm going to do, and hopefully this doesn't blow all over because I got my air conditioner on, is just take it and go around like this. Let me see if I'm in the camera. Okay, a little bit like this, just like that. And go up the side like this, like that. So it's round like that. And then I'm going to take it over the trash can like this, and then I'll just do this to pull anything that isn't connected, because sometimes that stuff will come off. Okay, that's it. Just shake it in there. Okay, and then I'll trim this little piece here at the bottom, just a little bit of trim right there. See? And then what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and this tacky glue, which I spilt earlier, I'll put up here. I'll take it like this, and then I'll put it around the edges of this thing here. I'm just going to use this piece of paper right here. And so I tried to squirt it out earlier and I couldn't get it to come out. Darn it, my lid. There we go. Okay, so all I did was, I got a chopstick here, and let's see if I can get it to come out. There we go. Now this is pretty good about drying fast, so I'm just going to put a little glue, as it looks like a gobble glue, but anyway. I'm just spreading it with my chopstick, which I can clean off. I got the air conditioner going, so this is like a little wavy. Okay. There we go. So I'm just going to do the top part right now. Okay. So just put the little guy here. Take it, put him up around his nose here. And just do it like that. Just like that. Try not to get any kind of glue in that. And then this way you can smooth it out like that. And then if you want, you can go ahead and glue it down further. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it just like that. And then the hat will come over the top of that. Okay. And then he can be smushed a little bit like this. And then for the red hat, it looks like, let me make sure that that doesn't come off of there. So they kind of squished it down and rolled it up. Let me move this because I don't want another accident with that stuff. So let's see if I can do that. Let me see if I can get this on him here. And then you can glue this also like that. If you want, you can put little button eyes on him too. But I'm going to leave it like that. I am not going to do anything else. I'm not going to put those little labels or anything on it. I'm just going to do it like that. That's it. And that's one right there. And then for hers, I don't know if I want to braid it. I think what I'm going to do, instead of using this, I guess I could braid it like that. She doesn't really wear her hair like that. But I think what I'll do is I'll make braid out of some yarn. Okay, so I took this yarn right here, which is, you know, the project I did with the yarn. And this is that thicker yarn. Instead of using, first I was going to use some embroidery. Oh, heck, I can't even tie a knot, y'all. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to braid it. And I think I can do one of two things. I can just make one braid like this and put one on each side, or I can do a braid like this, another braid, and then take those three that look like this and braid it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about, depending on how thick you want it. And then normally you would put a rubber band or something on the bottom of it. And I think I'm just going to tie one of these on the end like that. And actually, you know, I think would be even better is a piece of, oh, you know, I don't have any pink yarn. That's the problem. I've got red, but shucks, that doesn't really match. I do have some of this yellow right here, which I could use. This is pretty good stuff. This is what I thought about making out at first, but this isn't really thick enough. Cut these ends off here. So that could be one braid like that. And you could like stick it in the back here and just hang it down there, because that hat's going to be over the top of that. And if you want something thicker than that, what I would do is take another one of these and take three of them and put them together, which I will shut the camera off and I will do, and then I'll come back and show you what I'm talking about, okay? Okay, so here's where I'm at. I have 3 braids that I've done right here. So I'm tying them off here at the top. I just put them together, just like this. This is going to be at the top of her head. I'm just going to tie it. I'm trying to make them as even as I can to start out with. Put a double knot. Doesn't need to be perfect. I'm going to cut off all this extra here. All this right here. It doesn't need to be on there. Now, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to braid this. Now, if you want, you could put another color in here, just like you do somebody's hair. And then we'll take the bottom and we'll tie it. Now, these aren't going to be manhandled, so doesn't need to be perfect. We'll cut these little pieces off. Don't need them now. Try to put a little bow in here. Of course, you know you can use ribbon too. Now, bring my project over here. I've done this one on that side. So what I'm going to do is try to figure out where this one's going to go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this glue, just like that on my stick. And I'm going to put it on the back of this, just like that. And then I'm going to stick this down on my gnome right there. Okay, so then that's going to stay there. And now I'm going to put the little hat on this. Now, because I want a little bit more fluffiness, I've got these Kleenex hand towels, and I'm going to stuff them in this. I want to kind of put it above the head right here for her hat to stay up. So how does that look? A little bit better? Let's lay them down a little bit. They look better. Let's turn his hat this way. So there they are. Karen and Bob. That's who I'm calling them. And you could actually put some feet on them if you wanted to. But like I said, you can put eyes, you can put anything. You could actually put their name across their hat if you wanted. But I think she's going to be happy with this. Let me get a closer shot. There we go. That's what they look like. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make a comment if you would like. and I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye-bye. So here's my question. Does everybody know how to braid? If the answer is no, then I'm going to teach you how to braid. And I'm putting this at the tail end of the video just so you don't need to watch it if you already know how to braid. So you're going to get yourself a heavy object. This should be heavy enough to hold that down. You have your 3 strands. I have a knot up here, and you have your 3 strands like this. As I take the right one over the middle. So now it becomes the middle one. The left one over the middle. And now it becomes the middle one. And then repeat the process. So the right goes over, it's now the middle. The left goes over, it's now the middle. The right goes over, it's now the middle. And all you do is you continue to do this. And that determines how tight it is by the way you hold it. And I hold 2 in with my thumb and my hand. And then you can see this is the middle one. I go over and hold it with my thumb. I hold my thumb down on it. Then I switch it, put these 2 in the 2 right pieces on the right to go back and forth for you to hold it. Oops. And that's all you got to do. You got to get a rhythm built up. And then that's how you determine how tight or how loose this braid is. And this is nothing more than a typical braid that you would put in a child's hair. Or if you were into macrame, this is the kind of braid you would make. It's one of the first things they teach you when you do macrame, is how to make a braid. And then you go from there. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to put that little bit in there for those that don't know how to make a braid.